So obviously a great friend of Kerry Simon, Mr. Marrandino. I know this was a really important night for you. Explain why.
Well, the Hard Rock is known for honoring rock stars. And you look around this place and there's hundreds of displays of people that played guitar and sang, and there's no displays of somebody that cooked. And Kerry was one of the few chefs in the world when celebrity chefs became really big time that crossed it. Kerry's best friends are rock stars, and we did this case tonight in the last 2 weeks, got some of Kerry's personal stuff that really meant a lot to him. And we put it here so people can see it and celebrate his life and his accomplishments in music and in food. And we're excited about it. And Nobu's next.
Oh, I love it. Now, you were very much responsible for his restaurant here in the Hard Rock. What was it that you saw that thought, Kerry Simon needs to have a restaurant in this hotel?
Well, the obvious, long hair, rock and roll guy, knew all the rock stars, so it was an easy decision. And he was at the Hard Rock, I think, for 7 years and did a great job. And now he has a restaurant at the Palms and a couple other in Vegas and LA and other places. But he is the rock and roll chef and one of the greatest guys I've ever met.
Now, obviously, I think we'd be remiss not to talk about the situation he's in right now with his health. I mean, most of us marvel, at least I do when I see him. What's it like for you to see somebody that is so important in your life in this situation?
Well, anytime you get depressed and you think about him, and he laughs every time I see him, and he's fighting really hard like you would expect, and he's a great guy, and you just got to pray for him. And
One word that would describe him best.
Kind. He's a kind human, and he's quiet, and he's calm. And we had on this display case tonight, keep calm and carry on, and I think that describes the guy's life.
George Maloof, I have to believe that probably as much, maybe more than anybody here in Las Vegas for sure, you've been so integral in the Kerry Simon and what he's created in Las Vegas. Talk about how it all began, because you were there day one.
Well, Kerry and I were friends back when he was at Prime, and then when he came to the Hard Rock, we stayed in contact, and then I had the opportunity to work with Kerry at the Palms and open up a spectacular restaurant. So, Kerry's a special guy and a special friend, and he's done a lot for this community. So,
as have you. You guys are, in a lot of ways, I've always kind of thought you were, I'll say, peas in a pod. You guys, there are a lot of similarities there. Just share, if you can think of one of your favorite Kerry Simon stories.
A favorite? There's probably too many, really, to focus on. But Kerry's just such a great person with a great heart, loyal guy, and he's done so much for his staff and his employees, and he's just always been a great person.
We're here looking at this incredible, and it's really, think about it, a lifetime tribute that will be here as long as this hotel will be here, which I assume will be forever. What are your thoughts when you look at this?
I think it's pretty unbelievable, and I think Don Marrandino did a great job putting this together, and it speaks for itself, really, speaks for itself.
Yeah, I absolutely, I agree. Obviously, it would be remiss to not mention what our friend is going through right now, and personally, I marvel every time I see him at the grace and fortitude. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know how he does it. I mean, I don't know how he does it. I mean, I try to imagine being in his position. You can't imagine it, and he's a tough guy, and he keeps going.
Okay, last question. If you had to describe Kerry Simon in one word, what would it be?
Let's see. Spectacular.
Perfect. I agree. Thank you. Hey everybody, Alicia Jacobs here at the Hard Rock for an amazingly spectacular evening, the dedication of one of those infamous cases for the one and only superstar rock and roll chef himself, my good friend Kerry Simon. Kerry, this is pretty overwhelming, at least for all of your friends and family here tonight. I mean, huge honor, but I want to hear for you, how does it feel to see something like this?
I love it. It's great.
Now, So many people came out here tonight because they love you, they respect you, they love your food, they love your heart. How does that feel?
It's overwhelming, but good.
Lots of overwhelming, I think, moments tonight. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. John Marrandino is the best.
You know, he loves to hear that, don't you? Is there one thing in this case in particular that is your favorite?
I like Belle and the Elvis outfit.
The outfit is just like amazing. I think I saw you wearing that one night at your house. The night we cooked dinner, right? Well, you know, I've interviewed a few of your friends here tonight, and I asked them, choose one word to describe Kerry Simon. And the words that I heard were spectacular, kind, and grace. How does that feel?
Wow.
Like, who are they talking about?
It's great.
Last question. I think so many people love you, and it's not because you're an amazing chef. They love you because of your heart. And I know that you have never said no to any charity or any fundraiser or anything in all your years in Las Vegas. And that speaks volumes about the man that you are. For the people that are curious and concerned, how are you feeling?
Ups and downs. Not good, but not bad.
But fighting.
Yeah, fighting.
And we cannot, the shirt is the best. Can we just zoom in on the shirt? Okay, again, Alicia Jacobs on behalf of Kerry Simon at the Hard Rock dedication.